Um, so let me say hi again, everyone, as we're all joining. Welcome to the first networking event of the second year of the SVRI Faith and GBV Community of Practice. It's great to have all of you here. Please introduce yourself in the chat box if you haven't done so yet, just your name, your organization, and where you're from. If your internet connection is good enough, it would be great if you can have your video on, just so that our presenters feel like they're speaking to someone and not just to blank space. But it's of course fine if your internet isn't good enough. Then I also want to ask if you can keep yourself muted until we get to the Q&A stage of today's conversation. Now, I want to remind you that we are recording this session and that we will share this recording with other COP members, and it will be on SVRI's website, so that there's an opportunity for those who can't join today to still listen in and find out more about these different people and their organizations and the amazing work that they're doing. So we have 4 speakers. Oh, I see she got kicked out again. So maybe just 3 speakers joining us today, and from different parts of the world. So they're going to have about 10 minutes to share maximum. And if it gets to that point where the 10 minutes are up, I'm just going to rudely interrupt them and tell them their time's up, so that we have time at the end for anyone and everyone to ask questions. You can also post questions in the chat while someone is sharing about their organization. I'll try and keep track of that and then post those questions to our speakers at the end. Yes, and that is it. We're going to get started immediately. And our first speaker today is Leila Ramovic from Justice for Women. Now, Leila was born in Bosnia, but she's been living in Amsterdam for most of her life. And she's going to just tell us more about the amazing work that they've been doing. Please go ahead, Leila.
Thank you so much. My name is Leila. I was indeed born in Bosnia. And 33 years ago, I came to Amsterdam when the war started in my country. I've been living there since. I studied law at the University of Amsterdam, and I worked for a bank as a compliance officer. And during the war in Bosnia, we had between 20 and 50,000 women being raped. And that's why I started my organization. I wanted to do something for all the victims during the war. And then I started to implement different ways, something to do with law. And then while I was doing that, I realized something very important, that even if my country, if we had between 20 and 50,000 women being raped, that very little cases have been proceeded, around 100 at a time. And I did not know why. So I started to investigate why was that the case. And then I realized that there's something far more important than having a good law system in place. And that is that many victims of sexual abuse, of any kind of abuse, like in general, especially women, deal with a lot of shame. And so there is a lot of shame and taboos surrounding these subjects. And then I realized that I had a far more bigger problems to deal with my organization than just having a good law system in place. And then I was thinking for quite some time, how do I start breaking taboos and shame in a society? And how do I get this subject discussed? Because it's quite difficult a subject to have discussed, and usually you fall into a pattern of having the victims and the perpetrators and one blaming another. And I thought I want to get away from that. And I want to start to have an open discussions. And why do we blame victims, and what can we do, and what role does a society play within? So then I thought, okay, how do I do that in the most natural way? And then I thought, okay, then I start to work with an artist, because they have a way of presenting a subject, very difficult subject, in very soft way. So then I had an artist from Bosnia who came up with this idea, because I wanted to have victims from the countries where this has happened, tell the story and include like 11 people from these countries all over the world where this happened, just to show to everybody you're not alone, you did nothing wrong. This is a crime that happens all over the world. So what she did, she made a platform online and she built a different landscape of different islands which you can move in a floating way, and every time you land on an island, and we will show you in a bit an example of that, you hear a story from a survivor, what they have been through. And for now we are just working with 2 countries, Rwanda and Bosnia, and like I mentioned, we just want to keep including the stories of survivors from this country just to show how big crimes, these kind of crimes are. The key problems that my organization, I think that's the key problem with any kind of violence that women experience, and men as well, is like 2 hours ago, I just joined a seminar. I just came from there where where women talked about how they have dealt with fraud, and what one of the most important issue again was there, that they were not believed, that they were shamed, that everybody asked them as a victim, what did you do wrong? And they had to explain themselves. And I said, it doesn't matter whether you're a victim of a fraud within the banks or you're a victim of any kind of violence. I think the key issues is to get as many as possible survivors to speak about these kind of crimes, so we show how big they are and that, you know, survivors have done nothing, absolutely nothing wrong with it. And what kind of collaboration am I looking for? Any kind of understanding of specific culture that holds shame and taboos within a culture. I would love to get that information and to work with NGOs that have done any kind of research within the countries. So that is kind of a bit about my organization. And within a few months, this is going to be presented online. It's an online museum that everybody can visit all over the world. And it's going to be also shown in different places, also museums, physical places. And we're going to organize workshops and different podcasts around it. So as many as possible people get to know it and understand the subject. So, and Lisa will now show the project. Yeah. So it's just 1 minute and it's very beautiful to see. And like, yeah. So anybody who is interested, please let me know in a few months and I will share the link.
Okay, just be patient with me as I'm sharing. Are you seeing the screen, Leila?
No, I'm not.
And share.
Yes, now I am. It's
Send it now.
almost done.
And I'm playing now.
Abantu bose ibiti ndabibungabunga, numva aho ntuye natera igiti.
nahohotewe 9 nshukije umwana afite inda imukurikira, iyo nari ngijya gutangira kubyara nubwo nari mukuru, ariko nza guhohoterwa bangirira nabi cyane kurenza ibindi ntumva. Hari uwo bahohoteraga bahuza igitsina n'ikindi, njye nahohotewe ku buryo burengeje, ku buryo bafashe umwana w'umusore bamutegeka kunkora mu nda, kuko bavuga bati umugabo we yari umukire, amafaranga ye ntabwo yayapfanye, nta n'ahandi bayashyize, uyu mugore yashyize mu nda arayafite. Iki kintu rero cyarampungabanyije cyane, aho gikiriye mvuye muri urwo rupfu nakoze ihungabana inshuro enye, njya muri koma ngahungabana, ariko umunsi umwe iteka Imana ndi umugabo wapfakaze kandi isaba imfubyi, yanyeretse inzira ngomba gucamo. Ko turi abana bato twaririmbaga ngo mbe karabo witereye mu mutima wanjye, akira kano karabo ka Charity. Turi n'abashumba turagira akarabo ka Charity nagatoye ndi kumwe na muganga, akarabo k'iroza. Akarabo nkafashe ngahereza muganga. Uyu muganga nubwo yanapfuye nawe ariko yapfuye yishwe n'ibintu by'intuza by'umutima, ariko yari yarankoreye ibitangaza bikomeye. Ndakamuheza aravuga nti ndashaka kuzajya nkwibukiraho aka karabo nawe ujye unsengera, nzagatange mu bantu bashatse kunkorera ibi, ko bashaka kumva ku isi ariko sinayivuyeho. Ariko turi kumwe, kana karabo karoza rero icyo ngiye kugushimira, karanshimishije cyane, kanatuma mva n'abangabana mbabarira abandi.
Do I stop there, Leila, or continue?
Because there are a few stories so.
Okay.
That was one of them. Thank you so much for sharing, Lisa.
Thank you so much, Leila, for sharing with us. I want to ask you, please, if you can use the chat box to drop links to your organization, ways that people can reach out to you, make contact, anything that you think we might be interested in, please use the chat box. So again, everyone and anyone, you can post your questions in the chat box, or we can wait till the end. I'm immediately now going to hand over to Sanum Kaburi. She's from Pakistan, from the Social Aid Advice and Relief Organization. Sanum, I'm handing over to you, please.
Thank you so much, Lisa. This is Sanam from Pakistan here. I'm so sorry, my house is full. Am I audible? Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes.
Sorry, I was muted.
Great.
We can
Okay.
hear you.
It's okay. Thank you so much. First, I would like to apologize because you might hear the backgrounds in my background noises again, because we have a birthday of a 9-year-old at our home. So there are a lot of children around. So hello, this is Sanam Kaburo from Pakistan, and I am the chairperson and founder of Social Aid Advice and Relief Organization. Short name is called SAR organization. Without wasting any time, let's go to our presentation. Yeah, so here we are.
We can see your screen, Sanum.
Okay, so SAR organization is based on a mission that it's let's care for each other, and SAR is a Sindhi word which means to take care of someone over and over again, and that is how we work. As myself being the victim of gender-based violence when I was a teen. I started this initiative because I thought of pursuing my case legally, which was very unusual for Pakistani women at such a younger age. And 15 years ago, it was something which was not everyone was imagining to be done. So a lot of women used to come and take suggestion from me that they are facing violence by their husbands, they are facing their children's custody cases, they are being threatened that the child does not belong to their mothers. So I started to help them out, and this is how this whole idea came into being in 2000. Since 2011, we are working this whole thing, and then we were told that we cannot continue our work without registering our organization. So in 2000s we started, 2020 we started to register this registration process, which is really difficult thing in my province since. So it took a lot of years, and we got a registration in 2024. So you can see that how difficult it is to work in Sindh province. Myself, this is Sanam Kaburo, and I am the founder of SAR organization. Is based in Sindh. And then we work across Sindh, and not only in the rural districts of Sindh. We pursue the cases in Sindh region currently, because we are not allowed to pursue the cases from other provinces right now. But we help them with the legal documentation, and our system is completely one-on-one online. Even the closest ones in the family of the victims, we don't let them know that we are pursuing the cases. And along with that, we are, including we are focusing on the gender justice, peace building, and climate resilience. And SAR.
Hello, I cannot hear you.
Am I not audible?
No, you are, Sanum. Missouri, I
I
think
don't know
this
what's
is
the problem with me, but I cannot hear you.
we can hear her at the moment, so I'll message you.
Okay, so shall I continue? Okay, so we are working in gender justice, peace building, and climate resilience. SAR sub-project Global Women Cadre is virtually a global connection of the women from different countries who are leading the women-led organizations, and specifically working on gender-based violence. We help each other in collaborating on the virtual projects. Throughout this, gender equality throughout the history, SAR organization has been successfully running GBV support cell. It's providing confidential counseling, legal referral services, and the survival reintegration support in Sindh to the victims. They can connect us on the call, and then we have we connect them with the lawyers to them. They guide them, they help them out, and if they feel that they are in danger, we can connect the police as well on call, and we help them to until they do not finally pursue their cases in the court. We do not let anyone know that these cases are there, and even we keep the cases confidential after the case is solved as well, because in Pakistan, if a girl go to the court, their family also go against them, so they do not get the moral or the emotional support from the family. And according to along with that, we take the cases from the minorities as well, because in Pakistan there is a concept that the Hindus cannot go for divorce, so Pakistani court allow them to take separation as well. So we have them with all kind of, first we emotionally help them, we tell them that what is truth, what sources they have, then we pursue their cases. Then we have Rawadari Fellowship, the peace circles. In these circles, we go to the mosque, we go to the churches, we go to the temples, we speak to them, we take their we compile all the youth, they are connected to their religious places, and then we conduct these sessions with the experts there, so that they can speak about the violence, they can speak about their rights, they can speak about what is happening in their communities. We also collect data from there as well. Step in movement is this movement which we initially started in 2011. We go to the schools, and then we help collect the materials, the used materials, and we go to the government schools, because the situation of government schools in Pakistan is worst. So the volunteers go there, and we rebuild the structures which is already there. And the climate justice and climate and gender justice project is that we install the water pumps. Currently, we have installed 10 water pumps in the desert areas of Sindh, because these women are from the very marginalized community. They are from the Hindu community, and Pakistan is a Muslim majority country. So there is record breaking suicide in the Tharparkar district, because their men go for working in the cities, and these women have nothing left to how to feed their children, and there are a lot of things going on there. So we help them in their kitchen gardening, we help them in sustaining sustainable solution to their water resource as well, and guide them in how to save the water as well. Currently we are having we conducted a Nadi project as well, which is also a project through which we guide the people that how to live a climate resilient life. Our key success stories are healing circles. In the healing circles, the girls sit there. They, in the circles, they speak about their, traumas. They not only share their traumas, they learn that how to fight that. And by the end of each circle, they make their own promises that now onwards, the practice which was stopping them from being a very powerful girl, they promise to themselves that they will be holding their dignity along. And then we have migrants of flood circles, where we go to the mosque and the schools where they are living. Then we conduct the sessions with the children, and the girls. We speak to them about their if they were ever abused, and what are the challenges they face, what do they see in the future. And we meet their parents, and we hold the women conferences and seminars about the young women who are who want to join politics and the professions where women are very less in Pakistan. They should go and join it. And then we have a Rawadari fellowship, in which you can see these Muslim people are boys and girls visited the temples, the gurdwaras, and the different places, religious places, and then they collected the data. They broke their myths. It was also featured in the UNESCO magazine as well. And then we have solved more than 100 cases are filed and solved as well, from the minorities as well, from the people, youth who were lured into the blasphemy cases as well, and how to come out. And even we did not posted anything about those cases on our pages. We are completely working with the, you can say, secrecy and the privacy. Faith and GBV, the peace seminars, sessions at churches, harassment cases of students in the universities, abuse and adolescences, faith-based dialogue fellowships, researches include our theme board. In Pakistan, faith can both challenge and transform social norms. Our work uses faith-based dialogue and storytelling to reshape community attitudes about gender equality, justice and compassion. By connecting with the COP, COP, we aim to strengthen our advocacy with evidence, cross-faith collaboration, and shared learning. Our collaboration hopes for the research and data sharing, capacity building, joint project and exchanges we expect from all of you who are part of this meeting. The research data sharing on the intersection of faith, gender, and climate resilience, capacity building training of youth, teachers on trauma-informed approaches, GBV prevention, and interfaith harmony. Even you can join in our current projects as well, which we are running. Joint projects and reports to co-create models for integrated faith-based peace building into gender and climate programming. You can see that currently we are having a problem that we want to, collaborate with some international organization. Sorry, yes.
Sanam, you have like 30 seconds, please. I'm rudely interrupting
now. This is my last.
Okay, thanks.
Why we have joined the COP is because we have a call from university students to collaborate data and to help our students from the constant harassment they are facing. You can see the exact message which I have received from the youth. We are already are dealing with several cases which we need the collaboration to collect data, because we are unable to reach into the universities, but with the research organizations we can collect data. And that's it. You can join us and find us as SAR organization. I have shared the details in the Dropbox in the chat as well. But this was it from Sanam Kaburo. If you have any message, you can ask me. The floor is open. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sanum. And please, people, you can just scroll up. Sanum did post all kinds of contact information. And there'll be time for some Q&A a bit later. Thank you, Sanum. But I'm going to hand over now to Mzuri Isa from the Tanzania Media Women's Association. Mzuri, can you hear us? And the floor is yours, please.
Okay, thank you very much. Not Mzuri by how, then I'm Dr. Sikujua Omar Hamdan, representing Dr. Mzuri from Zanzibar.
Thank you so much.
Yep. So should I present?
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay. So the name of organization is TAMWA Zanzibar, or we call it TAMWA ZNZ for the abbreviation. This is dealing with the media association in Zanzibar. The organization is focusing on the key activities such as women and girls' economic well-being, democratic governance and participation, legal frameworks and gender-based violence, gender-sensitive responses by media and community, institutional strengthening of TAMWA Zanzibar. So there are a lot of issues dealing with TAMWA, and there are lessons from the organization. These are the importance of advocacy for the legal and policy reform in creating enabling environment for presenting and reporting GBV. So the TAMWA is dealing with GBV cases and handling mechanism. So one key issue of the organization is doing analysis or data collection on GBV issues. So TAMWA is successfully in Zanzibar, and it's working in a large distance, and it have addressed many issues regarding GBV. It did training, research, advocacy, community engagement, strengthening institutions and political leaderships, and such issues. As we now know that Zanzibar is nearby election. Now, TAMWA is doing the training on women empowerment, on leadership. So why do we join this CoP? So we are joining this because of the strengthening the collaboration. We are keen to share our experiences with you in advocacy issues, women leadership, children issues, and the humanity or policy making processes. So the organization is in link also with the religion issues. As you know that Tanzania or Zanzibar particularly is basically having the Islamic religion, so we are keen care of GBV issues and presenting the community at large. So basically, it is awareness campaign on GBV issues. We are collaborating with the religious leaders and capture different, education regarding to GBV stigma, that we want to eradicate that particular, we want to eradicate the GBV, as we know that the tendencies is putting increasing always. So what is the type of collaboration we are looking or we are hoping for from this particular partnership? Is to work together in generation of research in the area of gender-based violence. As you know that the core function of TAMWA is GBV. So the good thing, we have established a working relation in Zanzibar, and TAMWA is well-known organization. And such we can call it a big organization in Zanzibar and well-known for the GBV issues, the women empowerment and the same. So we are keen to see that we are going to collaborate and showing our experiences or sharing it. Thank you.
Lisa, Lisa, allow me to thank Dr. Skujua, please, for being here on my behalf. I think we have few minutes left. If we can add a little bit.
Yes, please do go ahead.
Thank you, Zuri. I was worried maybe I couldn't join. Yeah. So thank you, Dr. Skujua, once again. And thank you, Lisa, and the whole team for giving us a space which we deserved. Yeah, I just want to add one little thing, that our main niche is media advocacy, being media women organizations. And I don't want to overstate what Dr. Skujua talked about, but really we are a known organization when it comes to gender-based violence. And we saw one major gap from our side is conducting researches, because everybody, like almost in the country, when they talk about gender-based violence, they throw all the blame to us. Why this? Why that? Whoa, this thing is like we are the ones in charge of gender-based violence, not even the ministry, not even the court. Maybe because we have facilitated a lot of policy and legal changes as well. We were suffering from very draconian law on women and girls empowerment. Yeah, from being, there was a time, there was a law of which a girl could be sent in prison actually if fall pregnant out of the wedlock. So we advocated against that law a lot, and it has now been changed positively, because even custody from the paternity is required for the girl. So it's a big milestone, but still we lack a lot of data and research. That's why we are looking forward so much to working with you in this venture. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for being here. I'm so glad that your internet was good enough. Thank you to both of you for contributing. I'm immediately now going to hand over to our last speaker. Aisha Aminu Marafa is from the We Girls Development Foundation. Aisha, are you still here? Is your internet still allowing it?
Yes.
Wonderful.
Yes. Good afternoon. It's currently 3:33 p.m. here in Katsina, in Nigeria. So let me present. My name is Aisha Amin Marafa. I'm the executive director of We Girls Development Foundation. Hope I'm edible. Can everybody hear me?
Yes, I can clearly hear you. Thank you.
Okay. My name is Aisha Amin Marafa. I'm the executive director of We Girls Development Foundation, a non-governmental organization headquarters in Katsina State. We are active across several states in the northern Nigeria with a strong operational presence in Katsina, Kano, and Zamfara. So our key focus area and activities, our foundation is dedicated to empowering adolescent girls and young women through integrated development programs. One of the main key areas that we work in is education and skill development, gender-based violence, health and reproductive health and well-being of adolescent girls, economic empowerment, advocacy, and policy engagement. So one key lesson we have learned is that a sustainable community change requires the active involvement of traditional and religious leaders. Their voices are powerful in the northern Nigeria, and particularly in Katsina, coming from a border town or from a border state bordering Niger Republic, and also in shaping attitude and dismantling cultural and religious misconception around gender roles, education, and GBV. Without their buy-in, even the most well-designed interventions struggle to gain acceptance. So this is one of the key lessons that we have learned during our implementation. Then a key success. We Girls Development Foundation have partnered with a lot of partners, particularly the government partners, Department of Girl Child Education, with funding support from UNICEF. We have established and created community-based safe space for adolescent girls in 6 local government areas of Katsina State. This safe space have provided over 3,000 girls with access to mentorship, psychosocial support, literacy program, and vocational training. As a result of this, many of our girls have either returned to school or started a small-scale businesses. So why do we join the CoP? We joined to learn, share, collaborate with like-minded organizations working on religion and gender-based violence. Our work is deeply connected to religion because we believe faith leaders are key allies in transforming harmful gender norms. Through our initiatives, we engage imams, pastors, Quranic teachers, traditional leaders in promoting messages of peace, respect, and dignity of women and girls, rooted in religious teaching. This approach has helped to bridge the gap between faith and gender justice, making our GBV prevention effort more culturally and spiritually grounded. And also, we have partnered with the GBV Center of Katsina State, where we refer our cases to that center and we document our cases on the CPMS, which was designed by UNICEF, but we have access to that CPMS. All our cases that we have are on that dashboard. Desired collaboration. We are looking to collaborate with faith-based organizations working on gender justice and women empowerment, technical partners and donors interested in adolescent girls' education, GBV response, and livelihood empowerment. Academic and research institutions that can help us generate evidence on what works in faith-based GBV prevention. Government and civil society partners to scale successful community models across northern Nigeria. In conclusion, We Girls Development Foundation, our vision is a society where every girl has the opportunity to learn, lead, and live free from violence. We believe that by working together through faith, partnership, and purpose, we can make this vision a reality. So, We Girls Development Foundation is active on social media, particularly the Instagram handle and the Facebook. Our Instagram handle is We Girls F. Then our Facebook is We Girls Development Foundation. So I think this is it. Let me not take much of our time. Thank you, Lisa. Over.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. I want to ask if you can, I don't think you have yet, but if I missed it, I'm sorry. If you could add those handles, all those links in the chat box.
Okay,
so that, please. Thank you.
Thank
Okay,
you.
so people, our speakers have been amazing in terms of sticking to time. And as planned, we have 20 minutes now for any questions that you may have, anyone who wants to kind of maybe add on to something that a speaker said, maybe want to share an idea about possible collaboration. This is now what I personally find is sometimes the awkward part for me, because I'm not that good with silence during a webinar. But now I'm going to be quiet so that anyone, you can just raise your hand, unmute yourself. Any questions, anything that you want to add, contribute, raise, now is the time, please. There are some written questions coming through to me. So the first one is to Sanum. Sanum, you're still here, right? Yes, there you are. If you can share a bit more about the healing circles that you have been doing with girls, just about what it's structured like and how you run it. If you can maybe just share a little bit more about that, please.
Thank you, Lisa. Thank you for this question. Yes, the healing circles are usually the girls, for the girls from all ages, and even they can bring their elders as well if they feel that they are having the problem with their family members. So in that the healing circle, we initiate different kind of activities from their future plans, what they think, what they are doing currently, and along with that, how do they think that they are having the relationships with their family. So they indulge into the groups, they write some sort of activities. We have been doing different activities throughout the years. So there is not just one activity, but there are so many activities, like they are writing the letters to themselves, and if they are having any problem with anyone, so we keep the things without name, and then we read them out to the people. And if someone wants to reveal that who that person is, they speak it out, and they share that what are the problems that they are facing. And in one of the cases, the mother was creating problem for their granddaughter, because she was thinking that this girl is she might be a loose character girl, she's coming late hours, this and that. The girl was explaining that she is joining different kind of institutes, that's why she comes home late. So she was not getting support from the family to pursue her education. So this is how it goes with the different activities. If we are having the age groups, mixed age groups, then, or the girls from all same age group, the school going girls as well can join, and then they share their traumas in the in the circles. And most of the times they share the trauma which they have from their parents, like their mother was having a really difficult time with their husbands, so they share that, you know, how difficult their marriage was and how it has affected them.
Thank you so much for that question and then for the answer, Sanum. Gam, you flagged a question here, and not to a specific person, but generally, and anyone can respond to this, but maybe Missouri and Aisha, Leila, I don't know if you're still there, but the question is how the lessons that you've learned and the challenges that you've experienced and the things that you're doing, how are you coordinating with other actors working on GBV, and how do the things that you are learning, how is that informing how other actors are working? So I think that's a broader question around multi-sectoral collaboration. How are you going about that? Any one of the four speakers can please respond.
May I start, please? Yeah.
All right.
Missouri. Yeah.
Missouri, please go ahead.
Okay, thank you so much. Yeah, it's a good thing. Yeah, we learned that by going alone, we won't reach far, and because sometimes you are also targeted by either the perpetrators or government authorities. Because there were times we were really pushing for legal changes, and the government was not ready at all. So really, we organize other organizations like gender-based organizations, and also on another front is media-based organizations. We've been working together really well with media. For example, we have Young Media Fellows, and we have actual gender-based violence network, journalist network. So they could start, and I was talking about media advocacy. It's like we have an approach whereby if we want something to be covered, we organize our gender-based violence journalist network from various media houses. We cover that issue, whether it's a story in a certain place, and we have our media and legal analysis already, and we top up on the evidence from the field, and we organize journalists to know that very well and write stories about them, and the next day it's like they issue in their media houses at their broad diversity. So it's like you are going to hear that story, whether from radio, television, newspaper, and these days social media. It's going to be all over the media. So that's a major actually approaches which we are using, and working with the government also. It's not that we are also working, and good thing that they recognize us, and we've been getting actually even awards from, for example, the government chief government statistician. Last year, they gave us a certificate of being the best users of their data because they we advocated actually for them releasing data on gender-based violence on annual basis. So they do release, and we do use them through press releases, press conferences after they are releasing. And we were also recognized by the women gender ministry as being one of the frontliners in fighting gender-based violence in the country, because we were two. And UN Women for the whole Tanzania, we were given like one of the 5 best organizations in the fight of gender-based violence. So we work actually in multi-sectoral basis from our fellow NGO sector, non-government organization, media-based, and also government. If I may stop there. Thank you, Lisa, and the team.
Okay, can I go on, Lisa?
Yes, please.
Okay, we here in Nigeria and Katsina State at large, we work hand in hand with the government and other civil society. With government, we work with Department of Girl Child Education and Child Development. We work with Ministry of Women Affairs. We work with the HISBA, which is a religious law enforcement agency. We work with NAPTIP. NAPTIP is an agency for prohibition of human trafficking. So we work hand in hand with the security outfit. So We Girls Development Foundation has a little bit of upper hand when it comes to multi-sectoral approach, because our intervention with UNICEF, it started from the Department of Girl Child Education. When they came to the state looking for an NGO that is working on GVV and child protection. So We Girls Development Foundation was referred to them by Save the Children and also Department of Girl Child Education. And also, I am the state chair for Network Against Human Trafficking and Child Labor. If you could remember, I told you that Katsina is a border town with Niger Republic. We have porous borders. We have 7-man borders, which is guarded by the Katsina State law enforcement agencies. We have 200 porous borders, which are not manned, they are unmanned. You understand? So we have a lot of trafficking issues in the state. And when it comes to trafficking and GVV goes hand in hand. I could remember I was in a border community because my organization, I implemented the first risk education on small arms and light weapon, which was funded by Man's Advisory Group in the whole Northwest. We were the first people that implemented. We were in the border town when I did a rescue. I rescued 7 girls being trafficked from Nigeria. They came from Edo State going to Libya. Do you understand? So having those porous borders are one of the push factors, or one of the things that are making GVV more porous in Katsina State. And also we have issue of insecurity. If you look at Katsina State being a security compromised state, we have 15 local government that are being implicated with issues of insecurity. So we have both the host communities and the frontline LGAs being merged in one particular LGA. If you go to the LGA, the population of that LGA is much. So a lot of GVV is there in those states, in those LGAs. So, but like I told you, we collaborate with all the security agencies, with all the relevant stakeholders. We are working hand in hand to see that at least anything that is beyond government, they refer it to us, and everything that is beyond us, we refer it to them. When it comes to rescue, rehabilitation, and reintegration, we do these things all together with the government, because the government has an open shelter which a survivor can stay for 6 weeks. While the non-governmental organization, we have an open-ended shelter until we do the family tracing, until we do the reunification and reintegration before we can take back our survivors. So for Katsina State, in 2023, I received a performance award based on issue of GVV in the state. We have been doing a lot, and we have Katsina is we are very, very conversant of whatever is going to happen on GVV. We are the first people that are being contacted because we have a smooth relationship. We have already worked on that. But what we want to look at is, we have been doing a lot, but we are looking at how can we be able to have more technical input when it comes to advocacy skills, because advocacy is very important. So we want to see how we'll be able to leverage or to get more insight, more education on advocacy skills and policy engagement. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I just got a message now that one of our presenters who were unable to attend had asked someone else to do a presentation, and I wasn't informed. So we're now going to stop our Q&A, and we're going to hand over to Nkonge. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly, who is going to speak on the Zion Family Cameroon. It's a faith-based organization. Konge, are you ready to share with us, please?
Yes, I'm ready, Lisa. Thank you for the opportunity. I was really struggling to pass the information across that I'm representing Zion, and thank you for the opportunity to present our organization. I'm actually the prayer leader of the Zion Family, which is a faith-based organization in Cameroon and also covers the diaspora. So I will just go ahead to the Zion family, which is Zion, zealous, intercessory, optimistic, and noble, with the founder being Miss Manka Nikolika, has as objective to strengthen members physically, spiritually for personal and societal growth. We are actually a faith-based organization. That's a group of believers who came in together to see what they could do for the society, especially for our women and our mothers. We are active in the various regions of Cameroon, including the Northwest, the Southwest region, the Central region, the Littoral region, additional branches in other cities, which we are developing as of last year and this year. And we have a big international community, which we call the diaspora, which are members who are represented in different countries. The US, Sweden, where I'm personally based, the UAE, Canada, Saudi Arabia, and many more. What are our key focus areas? We are a faith-based organization, a faith-based community support. We do Bible studies weekly, Bible studies and spiritual growth. We have family and marriage discussions, addressing gender-based violence, especially for our women who still need to be empowered. And we have outreach and visitations, which we do every quarterly as a general group, which is the international group, and also for the various groups, they have the different activities they do. They have physical meetings that they meet, discuss, ranging from spiritual matters and also to very physical and present things that has to do with daily lives. Our regular Bible studies, ongoing sessions, deepen members' understanding of the Word of God. We have monthly meetings in the local branches and even international. They hold monthly physical meetings for prayers, for fellowship, and for sharing, visitation of orphanages, and more. Annual conferences, we have yearly events that brings members together to connect, celebrate, and grow spiritually. Community-based engagement, we have interactive discussions on marriage, on family, on social issues, particularly on GBV, the gender-based violence. One key lesson, the importance of community. The Zion family has learned that collective prayer, study, and mutual support significantly enhances spiritual growth and creates a strong nurturing environment for members. One key success is the expansion of branches over the years. Zion actually started with just 4 members who decided that we could have a group and pray virtually. But now we are counting over 120 members internationally and at least 80 to 90 active members. From just our 4 initial members, we have grown to include 6 active branches across the regions, which to me, it demonstrates resilience, commitment, and growth in faith. Why did we join the CoP? Well, Zion family joined the community of practice to foster collaboration, to exchange ideas, and broaden its impact on community support and spiritual development, which is important to us, which is like our foundation. How does our organization work links to religion and gender-based violence? Well, the Zion family's work is grounded in Christian principles that emphasizes compassion and care for the vulnerable in the society. This foundation guides its efforts to raise awareness about gender-based violence, to provide spiritual and emotional support to survivors, and to promote respectful relationships. Going forward, what type of collaborations are we looking forward to, of course, or hoping for? Of course, partnership with local authorities. For now, we work with the churches, we work with a few orphanages around the areas because we have our headquarters in Boya, which is in the southwest region of Cameroon, and we have a few orphanages. They're doing our yearly events. We have to visit them, give items ranging from food and even to finances. So partnerships with local authorities to enhance community outreach and to improve service delivery. Collaboration with other faith-based organizations to share knowledge, the tools, strategies, and different strategies of addressing the gender-based violence. support for leadership, opportunities to build the capacity of members in leadership, advocacy, and community engagement. So basically, in the summary, that's what Zion Family represents. We have a strong leadership team ranging from the president who was supposed and founder, Manka, who was supposed to be here, but unfortunately, network is not giving her a good advantage this afternoon. We have our prayer leaders, we have our international and vice coordinators who coordinate the groups and also the financial part of it. But most of our contributions has been from our personal pocket. So we are looking forward to a collaboration in the future where we could have some funds to further our activities and to further widen it. So basically, that's much I have for Zion Family. Any questions I'm here to answer. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for this quick presentation at the end. We are almost out of time, but if anyone, I'm checking the chat box, has a specific question for Zion Family, Cameroon, or you can just unmute yourself and ask the question. Kunge, if I can ask, I'm not sure if you pasted. Yes, you did. So please scroll up, everyone. The contact information is posted here in the chat. So you can reach out via email to Zion Family if you have any questions or interest around collaboration. Okay, so we're now at the end of our hour. I want to thank our 5 presenters. And it has been amazing just to literally have people from all over the world and to hear just about the amazing work that you've been doing to help communities, to help women and girls, to address gender-based violence. And I want to encourage all of us to reach out, use the contact information that's been shared. Also, this recording will be made available. You'll get an email with a link, and you can also feel free to share that link with anyone that you think may be interested. We'll have another networking event. I could see there was some interest in the chat. So you'll get an email once that one is, once we're planning that one. So just email me then and sign up. Again, thank you to all the presenters. Thank you to everyone who participated and asked questions. And I hope you have a lovely rest of the day wherever you may be. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lisa, and the whole team.